Here's an update on today's major breaking stories. Trump has issued new threats against Iran, potentially wanting to bomb their nuclear development facilities. And this is already becoming more than just words, as the US is already pre-positioning bombers potentially for use in this application. We are now T-minus 2 days from April 2nd, which is what Trump calls Liberation Day. And essentially on this day, America's trade policy is going to completely change. It's causing a lot of uncertainty in the markets, and thanks to a Q&A session in Air Force One, we do have some more information on this topic. And finally, as if that's not enough, we have information on the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. Apparently Trump is, quote, very angry and pissed off at Putin as Trump continues to push for a swift end to this war. And let's go ahead and begin with this topic. So this comes from an interview between Trump and NBC, where he said he's very angry and pissed off when it comes to President Vladimir Putin, and this is because he criticized the credibility of the Ukrainian president. Now, this might seem odd because Trump has essentially done the same thing directly with President Zelensky. However, I think you have to remember that Trump, above all else, wants a ceasefire, and he doesn't really seem to care which side ultimately wins this conflict. And Trump views these comments by Putin criticizing the credibility of the Ukrainian president as moving in the wrong direction when it comes to the ceasefire, and that's why he's upset. And Trump said, quote, "If Russia and I are unable to make a deal on stopping the bloodshed, he's going to put secondary tariffs on Russian oil." Now, Trump did have this impromptu Q&A on Air Force One, where we got some more information on his reciprocal tariffs going into effect on April 2nd.
On the tariffs that you're planning, so you're expecting to hit something like 10 to 15 countries, is that right?
No.
All of the countries across the board?
Not 10. I don't know who told you 10 or 15.
So how many countries will be in that initial tranche?
You'd start with all countries, so let's see what happens.
Now, the hope here, at least in the markets, were that the reciprocal tariffs would be reduced in scope, and this would result in a softer impact on the economy. But as we saw here, he said that this is going to cover all countries. And that's why, again, today we're seeing the stock market sell off. And related to this topic, we have two new pieces of data, polling data. This one is asking people, is the Trump administration focusing too much, the right amount, not enough, on both lowering prices, aka inflation, or tariffs? And the vast majority of people here believe that he is not doing enough to focus on inflation, and he's doing too much around tariffs. And coinciding with this, we have, are Trump's policies making you financially better off, worse off, or the same? And initially, the expectations were that the policies of the Trump administration would financially make you better off. But the latest data on this topic, late March, has essentially flipped, with more people thinking that the Trump policies are going to make them financially worse off. And finally, at the same time, we have a potential looming imminent war with Iran. And here, President Trump threatened to bomb Iran if they don't reach a new nuclear deal with the US administration. Trump gave them a 2-month deadline to sign a new agreement or face potential military action, and this was sent 3 weeks ago. And already we have reports that the United States is pre-positioning stealthy B-2 bombers for potential use against either Yemen or Iran itself. So these B-2 bombers have been deployed to Diego Garcia, which is a strategically located base in the Indian Ocean, where B-2 bombers are capable of easily striking Iran or Yemen. And it is confirmed that these B-2 bombers arrived this week, and it's part of the Pentagon's efforts to deter, detect, and if necessary, defeat strategic attacks against the United States and its allies. So yeah, there's a lot going on right now, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on this channel.